President Biden has proposed a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, but under the reconciliation instructions included in the resolution, the deficit would increase to between $2 and $3 trillion.
We are currently $27.4 trillion in debt, which is about 128% of last year's GDP. If we do this bipartisan deal, another $1 trillion, we'll be $28.4 trillion in debt in the next 3 or 4 months.
Once interest rates start ticking up, in some ways it's too late because you have so much debt that's there and the interest rates begin to tick up.
We have historic levels of deficits now, and as a percent of our GDP, not seen since World War II, which is frightening.
We need to be very careful, Madam President, about additional spending and appropriate only what is necessary to respond to this pandemic, and with an eye to the burden that we're putting on the economy and on young Americans as we increase our national debt.
The total figure is pretty shocking, if you will. Spending and borrowing trillions of dollars from the Chinese, among others, is not necessarily the best thing we can do to get our economy to be strong long term.
During the time when the economy was booming and we had a Republican president and House and Senate, we kept on spending massively more than we were taking in, almost $1 trillion a year in deficit spending every year, adding to the national debt, almost $1 trillion a year. So now we say, this is outrageous, you're adding to the debt. And they say, hey, where were you when you were in charge? You did the same thing. So yeah, I mean, it does show you that you have to be somewhat consistent, or your arguments when the other side acts out of a character that you think is inappropriate, why you don't have much grounding for your argument.
I've heard a number of members say that the price tag is too high. Well, I'll tell you, if you voted for Donald Trump's deficit-financed handouts to multinational corporations and billionaires, you cannot credibly argue that the relief for workers is fiscally reckless.